Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going over the 7-star Incineroar raid that runs until September 15th at midnight UTC. This raid sucks, guys. We're going to use a Malamar. I've really hated this one. Shell Bell will be the held item. You can use Mental Herb if you were trying to block some that taunt at the start. You do want a fighting Tera Type and you want Contrary as its ability. Skill Swap, Reflect, Tera Blast and Superpower will be its moves. Reflect is up to you if you want it or not. You do want to max your attack and lower your special attack with it. I think it's Adamant Nature, and then you do want to cap out your attack and defense EVs, and then put the remainder into HP. So this whole build is based around that Contrary ability. You're going to swap out his Intimidate and kind of get him to constantly lower his own stats by using Bulk Up. So the Speed Dealer Sunnies are on, guys. Let's get into it. This raid is incredibly difficult. I have used Annihilate, Torkoal, I saw some Dondozo, which Unaware, which is quite a nice build, but these are really difficult. Malamar seems to be the most consistent. It is incredibly difficult because of Dark Lariat and this taunt that he uses. So he's going to open up with an Intimidate, which obviously is going to boost our stats because of Contrary, so that's a good start. You do kind of want to make sure you don't have any healing Pokemon AI partners, and you don't want to have any with Intimidate. He's going to open up with a Snarl, which actually is a crit hit there. Just the way it goes actually is helpful a bit later, and that will actually increase our stats again. But he does reset your stats very early, so he will always open up with that. This is the taunt. 25% chance to hit you. If it hits you, quit. Unless you've used a Mental Herb. If you use Mental Herb, it will stop it. Then you want to open up with a Skill Swap. Give him your Contrary, take his Intimidate, which means that anytime he buffs his stats with Bulk Up, it's actually going to hurt him, and he's going to go down, which is really, really helpful for us. As you can see there, perfect timing, he uses Bulk Up, that is going to put his attack down and his defense down by one stage. The more he spams it, the better for you. So, then you are going to hit him with a Tera Blast after he resets your stats. So you're going to be neutral again, which means he's going to hit you fairly hard. You want to go for a Tera Blast here to start building up your Tera Charge. You want to get that as soon as possible, but you also want to balance that you want to get knocked out, so it resets your ability. So as you see there, you get a little bit of health back with Shell Bell, nothing crazy. He is going to hit with Flared Blitz. Does do a decent amount of damage. He might KO you with the crit. At this stage, with such low health, I would actually use a Go All Out Cheer, because a Go All Out Cheer will 1.5 times your damage, and if you get knocked out while it's active, you will actually keep it for the entirety of the raid without needing to use it again, which is pretty crazy. So, get taken out by Flare Blitz there. That is exactly what we wanted. We wanted to feint, it's going to reset our ability, and it is also going to let that Go All Out Cheer stay and give us a 1.5 times damage boost for the entire raid. There we go, Malamar's back out. Then you want to hit another Tera Blast as soon as possible. You just want to keep hitting Tera Blast until you get your Tera up, which is where that Tera fighting comes into it. So Flare Blitz here can do a lot of damage, and a crit can potentially be game over. I have survived a few crits before, but it can depend basically just purely on luck. So hit him with the Tera Blast again. As you'll see, that gives us back some slight health. He does take a while to put his shield up as well, which is super helpful. You want to try and get to Tera before he does that, and before he does take some of your Tera Charge, which he does later. So Flare Blitz there, not too much damage, which is really good. He's going to continue to damage himself as well. He hasn't used Bulk Up in a while, which is annoying, but that's alright. Hit him with a Tera Superpower, which actually will... It's meant to lower your stats, but it will increase them because we have Contrary again, which is amazing, right? There we go. Get that Tera up straight away. Tera Fighting will also make Flare Blitz and Dark Lariat not do too much damage, which is good, but you do want that Shell Bell to be able to balance out the damage you're going to be taking. Superpower here does a huge hit with that Fighting Tera. It's really good. And that's not even with us having buff stats yet. So there we go. Attack and defense will increase based off the superpower, where normally they would go down. That is why we wanted to get knocked out and get our Contrary ability again. Flare Blitz here. There is that crit I was talking about. It does a huge amount of damage. We were very lucky to not get knocked out, and it does put us in a bit of a risky spot, which is why you can use Reflect if you really want to. I think with the Shell Bell, there's no real need. I thought this was fine to go without it. He will steal your Tera, that's why you do want to make sure you are Tera before that happens. So going to hit him again with a superpower. We do want superpower to be max PP as well. Can't remember if I mentioned that at the start, but that is important. There we go. He's reset our stats again, which means we're starting from the bottom, increasing both those by 1 stage again, which is going to help us a lot. Dark Lariat does actually ignore your defense increases, so Flare Blitz is kind of what you want him to be going for, but you do continually want to hit that superpower to make sure you're withstanding that kind of damage, because it can come pretty quickly. Earthquake here does a little bit, nothing crazy. If he'd hit a crit, I would have lost my mind. This raid was incredibly annoying. I've tried this so many times. This is definitely the easiest way. I've had heaps of different builds and none of them work like this. Hit him there. Obviously, when he's got his shield up, you're going to retain a heap of health from that Shell Bell. Obviously, the more the shield goes down, the better. There we are. He is going to hit us again with a Flare Blitz. We are hoping that we don't take another crit, because if we do, it is probably battle over. He's going to be damaged a little bit again. Another superpower, hitting our 4th one here. There we go. You'll see a lot of damage at this point. We're starting to really increase ourselves, which is really good. There we go. Huge hit. And that is because of those buffs that we've been taking for the last few turns with superpower. We're now round about a +3, a +4 since you reset our stats. And that will give us all of our health back. Here we are completely fine. At this point now, we have no chance of dying in this raid. Dark Lariat does nothing. It is just not very effective against the fighting Terra. So hit him with superpower again. As I mentioned, I would recommend using PP max or PP up to get it maxed. But there you go, we clear him out, and that was with our 5th one. So you can do it without it, guys. Huge amount of damage there. Absolutely wrecked him. This raid was really difficult, guys. If you have any recommendations on the build and things like that, please let me know. I know a lot of people have been struggling online. This Malamar build, I've seen a few people posting. I did make some changes by using the Shell Bell and things like that, and kind of not using Reflect and stuff. I think this is the optimal way to go, but let me know in the comments if you find anything different. I will actually have a guide up tomorrow for how to get a shiny Incineroar quite easily. So if you're into shiny hunting, guys, make sure you like and subscribe. We have heaps of guides. Get your guaranteed Fluttermane shiny as well. We do have that on the channel. And there we go. We have caught the Incineroar. No Herber for me, but it is in there. Alright, guys, good luck with the hunt. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.